And welcome to the Hired Gun Podcast with your host, the Hired Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How y'all doing, y'all? Um, didn't come on yesterday. Wanted to combine NXT and AEW together, so I have more to talk about. You know, and go from there. So, you know, Swerve Strickland and and MGF both came on came on recently. All right, or came on the net or somebody podcast and was talking. They were talking and they were, you know, the new thing to say is, they get paid more from AEW, which everybody knows. If Tony Khan has to re-sign you, um, or Tony Khan or Tony Khan. When Tony Khan has to re-sign you or sign you in general, he throws out the money. And this is what he does. There's no secret around that. There's no getting around it. That's what he does. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you like somebody um that well enough, pay him. Pay him. You know, Kevin Knight re-signed with a new contract. When he first got there, he signed for a big contract. You know, like he signed for the money, and they've been and that's nothing wrong with it. They've been using him right. So, there's nothing wrong with signing for the big money. David Finn just came on TV the other day, yesterday, and he took shots at his daddy and his brother and his little brother, and said he hasn't made a dime with either one of them, and he's made money and he's rich, making money with his bullet club people. Hey, and he's not wrong for saying that. Like he's not wrong for saying that. Like he went for the money. Like he went where he didn't have to change his name. He didn't have to change his moveset. He didn't have to change the interviews that he had. All that came with him. Right, he was with his homeboys. He probably hasn't seen his brother and his dad in years, so he cool with that. You know, and he's also cool with burning bridges. I mean, let me think. Yeah, burning bridges because once they get there, probably ain't leaving. You know, but there's nothing wrong with what he said. It's nothing wrong with what Swerve said about him getting paid more than with AEW and how his newest contract he's double that and everything. That's cool. They can flaunt that. That's cool. You know, and it's not wrong with NGF said. MGF, all of them got to say that right now. You know, like they being loyal to the guy that's paying them. And that's what matters. You know, like and NGF more and more is leaning into that because of the fact that that's where he's at. He's a champ for a reason. When he was talking about ticket prices, or he's talking about how much he gets paid, and how he doesn't understand the people who get less money to go somewhere else. I mean, to jump ship and go somewhere else. But to the dreams not AEW, dog. I will say that. I will say that. But so last week I said that I didn't get my wrestling fix from AEW like I did last time. Alright? So this week, Kyle Fletcher and Speedwall had the best match of the week. They did. They did. It was a great match. It was a great match. I this will be the first time you ever hear me say something like this. I hate the ending of that match because the interference. You know, because of the interference involved in it at the end. But other than that, it was a great match. Best match on this week. But to me, like I might talk trash about Kyle Fletcher and how he's unsafe, right? But he put on the clinic last night. Him and Speedball, you know, and I like Speedball. I like Speedball since he was in TNA, you know. So I enjoyed that match a lot. Like I like a lot. I don't know if it was TV, like best TV match, period, but it it's gonna get some votes, and I can understand it. All right, it was a great show. I mean, a great match. Good show. Good show. The pay per view is coming up this Sunday, so and you know what it's on. So I know Monday when I come on, it's gonna be about that. It's gonna be about the pay per view. I can't give you the whole card and let you know who's gonna win, but you know, I can tell you that I'm looking forward to certain things on that card. That I will tell you. Um, but I don't think MJF is gonna. I don't think Hangman and Page is gonna win. So I will say that I don't think he's gonna win because of the fact that um, he don't need to be champ. He's been champ twice already. So he can win other titles and and do things, but I don't think he's gonna win. I think MJF is gonna retain. NXT was pretty good too. Um, like Joe Henry's the wrong person to be champ. I understand why he won, and I get it, but he's the wrong person to be champ right now. Tony Tony D should be NXT champion. That's who you should build around in NXT right now. That's the guy. And let's just be real. That's the guy who should be champ. Like his whole character change, and you know I can almost tell you what match did it to make them change his character. When they had him and Stats and um his whatever the other guy name was in that three-way match, and how Tony destroyed and looked like a monster in that match. That's what made them change their mind about his character. He's still the Don. It's just he's doing right doing other shit now. You know, because I'll be the first one to tell you that whole Dom thing was not gonna work on the main roster. So they had to shift. And when they shift. Alright? And he should be NXT champion now. I can see him be NXT champion. I really can. Um Soul Ruka got an interview with Stephanie. I haven't watched it yet, but Soul Ruka is gonna be on there. I'm gonna take a look at that because I'm a big fan of Soul Ruka. I don't think Soul Ruka is already gonna win next week in Houston. I don't. I don't. Cause they don't. Soul Ruka's gonna get called up pretty soon. Like she's getting called up pretty soon, so she doesn't need to like. She's like Javon Evans. They should have been NXT champions by now, but Soruka's gonna get called up pretty soon. So like I think she's gonna do the match with Zoruka Stand and Deliver, which is on YouTube. It's only on YouTube, y'all. I think she's gonna do that, and then she's gonna get called up after Mania. I think that's what's gonna happen with that. I don't know who beat JC Jane for the belt because she's gonna get called up too. You know, and you notice her partners are starting to say, oh, you know, I hope her win. I hope her win, and they come back a little bit. So Fallen and I forgot what's her name. The other one might turn on her. You know, soon. Cause they're not calling the whole fatal influence up together. That's not gonna happen. I don't see that happening. Uh, the underground match. Was that? It doesn't have a pay per view. Nah, but I don't know. I don't know. Like NXT had some good stuff on there. So did AEW. Besides the match I talked about AEW, they had a good show. They did. They did. There was Swerve on there. He didn't have a match. Him and Brody King had a fight. And Brody King broke his. Brody King got even with Heyman and Adam Page. No, I'm sorry. Brody King got even with Swerve. Broke his chain and all, which is cool. Like, it shouldn't be one sided. You know, because then that means Brody King's gonna win. He's not gonna win. This is more to develop Swerve character. Now, this might not be a one off with these two. You know, like it might not be a one off. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. But I did enjoy AEW last night. I did. The one part I didn't enjoy was the whole contract signing or whatever that was with Dave Ryan. Whatever that was, nah. And then Dave Master, whatever his name is, was there. Like, what further lets you know he's biased with AEW, and you can't listen to the shit he's saying. That come out his mouth. Plain and simple. But good show. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you which one was better because they both had their good spots and they both had their flaws. You know, so but both good shows. Both of the good shows to me. Now AEW had the better match of the week for me. Alright. Something else I can do. Match of the week. You know. I think I've been doing it for the past 2 weeks anyway. The match of the week. Like Cal Fletcher and Speedball had match of the week. You know, they did. You know, like ain't no way around that one there. And they had match of the week. Nothing else touched that match. I don't think nothing else SmackDown touched that match. Now, if they would have showed Dragon Lee and Devon Evans on Raw and not on main event, which I'm gonna watch that. Now I may have a different story when I watch that tonight. But you know when that comes on tonight, you know I may have a different story on depending on how that match go. You know, but I want to see that should have been on Raw. Should have been on Raw. Should have. I don't know why. I don't know who they finna make win that match, but that should have been on Raw. Nah, I don't know why they would have that match. So neither one of them should lose. Alright, neither one of them should lose. So I don't know about that one, man. But I can't wait to see it. Speaking of SmackDown, the build-up was supposed to be for the United States Women's title was supposed to be Jordan Grace, Julia, since she's the champ, and Tiffany Stratton. Now, for those who don't know, Jordan Grace got hurt last week on main event. She got hurt. She twisted her ankle. They probably going to show that tonight. she twisted her ankle, and now they got to strict no plans of her being in that match, which I hate for her because you know they were pushing it. But we'll see. Chelsea Green's getting better with her ankle because the only reason I even knew about the ankle injury with Jordan Grace is because she was in Chelsea Green's. I hate laughing about somebody hurt, but she was in Chelsea Green's wheelchair backstage uh, last week. You know, so hopefully her ankle is good. Because she's still on Twitter and everything, but probably ain't gonna be good enough for Mania. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Jordan Grace. We're wishing her a speedy recovery. Speaking of NXT and WWE, listen. Uh, they just signed. I don't know about all the signings, but I know sometimes when you can tell when the indie wrestler, male or female, signed with a company or WWE in general, they start canceling. Uh, they start canceling stuff. Like stuff they was gonna do, and it's this chick named Nikki Blackheart. She's Dominican. All right. Uh, she you know she had a tryout, and then she trained with Nikki. Not Nikki. She trained with Natalia them afterwards, and then she went back to training, and then she went back to wrestling, and then she started canceling stuff. And now we know that she's been signed with the WWE. It's been going out this week. Um, we get signed. Like she looks the part. She does. Now we just got to see what she does in that ring. She's on the NXT, of course. You know. And this goes back to what I said before. Some people are a fan of going to. I mean, some people are not a fan of going to NXT because they feel like there's no need for them to go there, and they already been developed, right? And some people feel like uh, they can go there because they won't be there. They're not there alone, or they feel like it's not beneath them, and they can learn more and more and go from there. And some people just feel like it's still the dream to go there. And some people don't. Some people don't. Like some people feel like AEW is what it should be. Tommaso Ciampa is saying that. David Finley is saying that. So yeah, like you do got some. You got other people like the women's TNA champion. She said that. That was it's all what you like or what you here for. So speaking, let me get into this whole Cody thing before I end this show. Well, I'm not getting into it right now, but still, let me get into this whole Cody thing about him main eventing Mania. Now I came on here a couple of days ago and I said that I don't care how people feel about him, and I'm never gonna say nothing bad about him. Now, saying that, should besides this Mania, should he always main event Mania? No. I don't want people to think that's you get this twisted. I don't think he always should main event WrestleMania. Alright, I also don't think he should be heel right now. Is there gonna be a time when it comes to him being a heel? Yeah. Yeah. Are we getting closer to that? Yes. Yes. And should he lean into that eventually? Yeah. He should. I don't think it's time right now. Maybe next year. But some people are so just gung ho and turning him heel, and they're still not gonna like him. Now, some will, some will. Like it doesn't matter if Cody's heel or face with me. I'm always gonna like him. You know. So, but you know, like some people feel like he shouldn't be main eventing right now. Uh, it should be other people. You know, like Drew. But like I said before, Drew already knew he wasn't for the main event. Drew knew he wasn't gonna walk in as champ, which like does it suck? Yes, it sucks. Not saying it doesn't. It says big time that he's not that he had to drop the belt before Mania. You know, it does. I'm not gonna tell you you got wrong for that. You know, because it does suck. But he knew much in advance that he wasn't walking in the chair. Whether it was Cody beating him or Roman beating him, he knew he wasn't going in this chair. Because that was the rumor that was going around that that when if Drew wins the belt, he's not going in as champ to Mania. Right? That was definitely that was definitely going around. So like, and people didn't care at that time. Well, as long as he won it. But now that he won it and now he lost it, you got people bitching. Now, has it died down since then? Yes, it has. It has. Last week, not so much. This week, yes, yes. You know, and it's not like Drew doesn't have a match for Mania. He does. And then we kind of story about that. Now, some people say this they did a fatal four way, and have Drew walking the champ. I wouldn't have been mad with that either. But they chose the other route. Now, should Cody leave as champ? No. Do I think he's gonna leave as champ? I don't. I think Owen's gonna beat him. I do. I can't wait for the face to face promo with these two. You know, because it can't be all nice and rainbows and everything when they do this promo back and forth. You know, Cody got to get some dip back from back in the day, in my opinion, because they showed the clip of him they showed the clip from back in the day when Randy Orton RKO Cody's father. And then Cody couldn't do nothing about it at the time. So, but we'll see. We'll see. We will see what happens with that one then, because it's coming Friday. So, you gotta hear from me Saturday. Saturday. So there's no need for me to come by here to just talk about TNA. I need more to talk about. And unless something happens tomorrow or today, y'all won't see me until Saturday. Alright, Friday. Just talk about. I mean, I may come on Friday. I may come back on here Friday just to talk about what's going to happen on SmackDown. But not something y'all see me Saturday. Y'all see me Saturday. And we go from there. Alright. But I just want to talk about some wrestling. Get that going. This shit breeze a little while. I'm in the show with that, y'all. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch EFED. We just had another episode that dropped yesterday. We should have some more stuff dropping pretty soon. This is the Hired Gun podcast with the Hired Gun. God bless y'all. Love y'all. I am out.